You are listening to the Secret Teachings pre-show. We will start the main show here in just a few minutes. Our guest tonight / co-host is Mike D. And the show title tonight is Mystery Scam Theater Part 5. We haven't done a part of the Mystery Scam Theater for 2-3 years now. So it's a 2-3 year show in the making. We will be speaking tonight about, I don't even know what to call it, channelers, Bashar, JZ Knight, and a number of others, focusing on Bashar to begin. If you don't know who this person is or any of these people are, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. We've got Mike D with us. Mike,
hello. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening. This is what you call radio? These people are insane. You're going to get some great laughs out of this tonight as a listener. I hope that you're sitting down, relaxed, and can pay attention, because it's going to be a wild ride playing some of these videos. These people are insane. What do we have tonight, Mike? Give us a little intro.
Yeah, I think the thumbnail says a lot too, because you have Wilcock on there, right? But you also have the blue avian, and he doesn't even, all this contact and these telecommunication and these messages he got from the blue avian creature. He's just dropped it. Doesn't talk about it at all.
It's all gone. No, it's all gone because Corey Good admitted a mistake.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like a huge revelation, or at least come out and say, you know what, I think we were wrong on that, but it's just dropped from the scene.
Yeah, we have Blue Chickens on here. We have Corey Good. We've got Wilcock, and tonight because the show's focused on Bashar, we have Bashar and they're channeling. Now Bashar
He's doing the New World.
What's that?
He's got his New World Order hand symbol there.
Yes.
Donald Trump does the same thing.
Maybe I should ask you this on the main show, but is Bashar his name? What is this guy's name? Is Bashar the entity?
Bashar is the entity. His name is Darryl Anka.
Darryl Anka. That also sounds made up. Anka.
Yeah, he's related to this guy called Paul Anka, who was like a Vegas showman, singer. So he's got like an entertainment background.
Vegas, like Wilcock's Vegas jacket that he famously wears. They're performers.
Yeah, he's got that performers, entertainers.
Yes, great. So that'll be fun tonight.
In fact,
I think we have a delay. I'm sorry, Mike. I think we have a delay. Go ahead.
In fact, his father was an entertainer too. So he's got it in his bloodline.
Interesting. I didn't know that. We were talking before the pre-show began here, and we'll start in just a few minutes. This is a very short pre-show, but we were talking about how David Wilcock has a house infested with rodents, and he doesn't know how to clean it out. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, he's got rats because he feeds the wild turkeys 20-pound bags of food that he leaves open in his cabin for 24/7. So
yeah, it's great.
It's just he's out in the woods and it's not sealed in a container. Sooner or later, the rats are going to get in and find the food.
I liked when he.
Here's a guy giving you like.
Sorry, we definitely have a delay, Mike. You might want to jump off and jump back on. See if that fixes it.
Yeah, let me jump out. Let me jump off and jump back on.
Okay. All right, I'll be right here.
I should be back.
All right, we'll talk to you in a second. Bye-bye. That voice that Mike's doing, that's his version of Bashar. My favorite Wilcock, one of my favorite bits was when he had to call 911 to have them come fix his smoke detector. Doesn't know how to fix a smoke detector. Had to have firefighters come and fix the smoke detector. I don't know why you tell people that. That's embarrassing. Anyway, we've got a lot of people in the chat already tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We do not, do not do super chats or donations through YouTube. We don't do any of that. So this is a totally free stream and free show. When we start the actual show here in a moment, You will be able to find the audio version of the show, the main show, Monday through Friday, in our archive at tstradio.info and on various platforms like Apple, Spreaker, the main archive, Spotify, etc. Just know that if you're a new listener, if you're just coming across this, right now, what you're seeing is not the actual show. The show will start in a moment. And also, if you enjoy the show, we have a lot of episodes, like 15 years of episodes in our archive. Well, they're not all in there, but the majority of them are in there. And they are available Monday through Friday. We have new episodes, all available on the website, tstradio.info. So please do not comment below on the streams and say, why don't you do a show 5 nights a week? We do. We do a show 5 nights a week. The Friday show tonight is just for listeners who support us and allow us to do this without taking super chats or money. Or I think YouTube takes 30% and other platforms take as much or more, and it's just silly. So we'll use the free portion and we'll rely on the honor system. And thank you so much for those of you who have supported us already. All right, Mike D is back. Bashar part 2 is back. Bashar, what's going on?
Yeah, I had to
much better.
Get my frequency correct.
Yeah,
I had the time space jump.
Move your head around like this.
Yeah.
Righty then.
Oh, good afternoon to you, sir.
It is. When you do it, it sounds crazy. When he does it, it also sounds crazy, but people give him money. I don't know what the difference is between you and this guy, but
oh, we got some good videos to share. That's should be a nice laugh for a Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm already busting up over here. I heard you laugh. I don't think I've ever heard you laugh as hard as you did when we played that Bashar clip earlier.
I'm used to the frauds, but this guy, it just makes me laugh.
Totally.
I used to laugh at Wilcock in the beginning, but now I'm just so frustrated that he's still around, and I can't even listen to the guy. It doesn't really, unless he's like scratching his eyeball for an hour, then I'll laugh at something of that. But
hey, don't laugh about that. I got something in my eye right now, so I might have to go to the bathroom and wash it out.
This Bashir guy is just, it's craziness.
That shit crazy. Let's see if we can, while we're on the pre-show stream here, I need to find let me put up the show promo real fast. Well, I guess, I thought I put up the show promo on Facebook. I was going to copy it and paste it. It looks like it's not there, or maybe it is. Anyway, Mike, anything else we should know before we start the show?
No, we were talking, I think the audio went bad because of the cult. I think we were talking about Wilcox's rat problem, and that he was so confused on why he had rats. And then he opened the camera up in his cabin, and he's got like 20-pound bags of like bird feed open that he feeds his wild turkeys with, like not in a container, just straight up open where you can just put your hands in it. And you're just confused. He probably figured out that's why the rats were coming in, because he had just food lying about.
I said when you went off the air there for a second, I said one of my favorite Wilcock episodes was when he literally had to do this. He said it himself. He had to call the fire department. I'm assuming he called 911. Maybe he literally had. He's probably said it himself. Oops. He's probably an idiot, so he probably called 911 rather than the emergency line or the non-emergency line, and he had them come over and fix his smoke detector. He didn't know how to replace the batteries in it.
Yes.
What a spoiled rich brat. Hello, this is 911. What's your emergency? I don't know how to get these batteries. It's like a 90-year-old woman calling the fire department.
Yeah, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, he needs Lifeline. Is it Lifeline or LifeLock or?
They're making a hideous sound. I can't turn them off. My AC is not working either. I've been sweating for days.
Yeah.
He's got 3 houses across the U.S., but he doesn't have AC in his cabin. Not even a fan or anything. And he's like, every time he gets on, he complains. I haven't slept in days.
Yeah, well, that's the guilt catching up with him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's look real quick here at the chat, and then we'll go to the live show, the actual show. Diane was the first person here tonight. Hello, Diane. Thank you for joining us. Bad Whiskey is here. Also, Bad Monkey is here. Vic is here. Those were the first few people in the chat tonight. Some people get here early. Diane showed up at 4:16. That's 45 minutes before the show starts. Some diehard fans, I suppose. Mike, can you see when I put people on the screen like this? Can you see that well?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Great. All right, let's go through a few more. Brund. Let me see if I can get closer. Brunliden is also here. I thought that was, for a second, I was thinking that was the name. There's an Indian myth. Maybe it's a Norse myth. Similar name to that. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Edward Preston is here. Hello, Edward. Tim Curley is here. I know Tim really enjoys this subject. Thank you for joining us, Tim. Jello Putin is here. Thank you for joining us as well. And we'll go through some of these a little bit faster. PT is also here. Thank you for joining us, PT. And Flux. Flux might not be the first person here, but Flux is always here. Flux said he's prepared to do some laughing. Yep, get your stomach.
You will.
You will definitely be laughing tonight. Get your stomach prepped and
like that Yoda meme. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. I can't do a Yoda voice.
Not afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you will be. You will be. All right. Let's see who else we have in the chat. New listeners coming in by the second here. Patriot Girl is here. Thank you, Patriot Girl, for joining us. Noka is here. Aloha, Noka. Joe Ryder is here. And Reno Mac is here. Hello, Reno. I don't recall seeing Reno in the chat recently, so thank you for joining us tonight on this show. Leonard is here. You know, we do so many different types of shows, Mike, so many different subjects, topics, etc. We jump around from different topics. You know, some people only listen to one variety. So some people only listen to like the nutrition health shows. Some people only listen to the occult shows. And I don't think I realized that until this year. Some people just, they're like, I'm a big fan of the show, but I won't listen to anything unless it's like occult. Some people just kind of pick and choose, which is, it's interesting that they might disagree, but still come back and listen to the show. I appreciate that. B. Kuna is here. Says hello, Ryan and Mike. Looking forward to it. People like you, Mike.
Do they? Oh my gosh.
They like Mike.
Thank you.
Let's see who else. Deborah is here. Hello, Deborah. That's my aunt, by the way. Corey McDonald is here. Hello, Corey. Rita is here. Rita, I saw you on Facebook. And Boomer Sooner. I have to scroll through this list here, so that's why I'm going kind of slow.
Zoomer Boomer.
Zoomer Boomer sounds familiar is here. Thank you from, I'm in Japan, but you're in Shell Beach. Where's Shell Beach, Mike? Shell Beach. Is that Florida?
I don't know.
I don't know where Shell Beach is.
Could be Florida, but could be towards the Keys. I don't know.
Mistos Dokos. Last night's show had me thinking of this HST quote. In a closed society where everybody's guilty, the only crime is getting caught. In a world of thieves, the only final sin is stupidity. That is a very relevant quote to last night's show. I wish I'd have had that quote. Gabriella is here. Hello, Gabriella. Excited for Mike D. Look at that, Mike. You got fans.
I got someone just called me gay.
Did they?
Yeah. So I used to like Mike. Now he's just gay. Thank you for that.
Maybe they're thinking Magic Mike.
I'm gay and happy.
Hello, Tyler O. And I think maybe they're referring to Magic Mike. When I say Mike D, a lot of people think you're that celebrity Mike D. Why would you have him on?
No,
not the same Mike D.
Not the same Mike D. That's Mike. His last name is Diamond. I believe he is from Jewish origin, and I am not.
Yeah, nobody willingly takes on the name gold, silver, diamond, ruby.
Nor can I rap. like Mike D.
I can rap. I've got some Wilcock raps, actually. Hello, Samantha. I keep them under wraps, though. I don't play them. King Sweet, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight in the chat. And yeah, I think Noka is joking. Yeah, I think Noka.
That's okay. That's okay. You can burn me. I've been called worse.
King Sweet likes you, though. People like you. Well, a lot of people might not know. A lot of listeners might not know. It's weird because we have listeners from 15 years ago, and then we have listeners from like 2 years ago, and there's a lot of stuff that we talk about or do that or have done that people who are new listeners have no clue. Like people will message me. I think it's kind of funny because the world I live in, Freemasonry or the pyramids of Giza are like old news. And people will message me, you ever done a show on Freemasonry? Yeah, like 15 years ago.
Yeah. What about Bigfoot?
Yeah. Done plenty of shows on Bigfoot. I'm okay with Bigfoot. Well, I don't know if I've done too many shows on Bigfoot, but there were always people doing Bigfoot shows, and I thought I wouldn't contribute to the noise.
Yeah. No, we switched from Bigfoot to back in the day. We went to Dogman because
That's right.
We did Dogman before it became huge on YouTube and other spots. We were covering Dogman.
Yep.
So it was interesting to kind of get away from that Bigfoot and go into another cryptid that's had an interesting background and still does. So
the Dogman
might be a good Halloween show to go into do a cryptid show.
We should do that. We should do another Dogman show. In fact, Dogman, I think Linda Godfrey, rest her soul, she passed away. She had talked about how one person had seen Dogman as Anubis. And for whatever the reason was that they saw them as Anubis, there is a direct connection between near-death experiences, maybe hallucinations, maybe the natural production of DMT in the body, et cetera, the dream state, et cetera, and how all of that connects to the underworld in Egypt. And so if you're crossing over into the other world, dream state or near-death experience, you're probably going to see what the Egyptians saw using the blue water lily, and that was Anubis in the underworld. So the Dogman might be as much a part of the dream world or the UFO mythology as little green men who are like the fairy people. That might be a good Halloween show. We should definitely do that. Patrick,
I think so.
Thank you for joining us, Patrick. And then Sunspots is here. Is that a Rocco's Modern Life picture, Sunspots? That was a classic show. That was when you could get away with anything on TV, where Nickelodeon just had. You remember that show, Mike? Rocco's Modern Life, this little kangaroo thing.
No,
it was so. I love old cartoon shows because his friend was a cow, and they just called him Heifer. Like you could say anything on television back then, and now it's like a different kind of. There's a different kind of censorship today. Let's see. Anybody else? New listeners in the I don't see any other new listeners in the chat. So let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I might have to call the fire department to fix my smoke detector. In the meantime, it's been beeping. I think Ryan used to come into my surf shop to buy skateboards in Orlando when he was a teen. Don't think so. Never been on a skateboard.
I have.
Well, maybe Mike used to come in. Reno Max says maybe he meant Mike. Maybe you used to go buy skateboards. I didn't live in Orlando as a teen. I lived in West Virginia as a teen.
You lived in the scary, cursed area of West Virginia.
Yeah, the natives always, that area of Virginia it's called West Virginia, they always said that was like a cursed land.
For sure. Lots of Dogman sightings there too, which is another interesting point we can talk about.
Yeah, Bigfoot, Dogman, Snarlygaster, Braxton Monster, Mothman, my favorite cryptid.
There's a new cryptid story that came out recently that we'll save it for the Halloween show, but it's a rake sighting that the white face.
Those are scary.
Yeah, where basically it looks like it's a human form, but it looks like the skin. If you would take someone's skin and kind of stretch it out over their face and then hollow out their eyes, and make the face white. That's kind of what the rake face looks like. So there's actually an instance where this guy was driving through an area of North Carolina, which was driving through an old Civil War battlefield, where he thought he was driving. He thought he saw a person on the side of the road all bloodied up. So he called 911. I don't want to give too much of the story away because we'll talk about it on the show, but he called 911 thinking there was someone on the side of the road. He didn't stop. He drove past us. He just called 911. He got too scared. And then while he was on the phone with 911, the rake jumped in the back of his truck, and you can hear him screaming on the phone on the 911 call saying something just jumped in the back of my truck. A very interesting case.
That sounds like an Art Bell bit.
Yeah, so they had an interview with him. He didn't show his face, but his 911 call was very convincing to me, but might be good to talk about for the Halloween show.
Hey, maybe we can build on that story. He took the rake home, put it in his freezer, then it came back to life and killed his dog, and he got on Art Bell.
Then he beat it over the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Art Bell guests. Or was it a guest or a call? He was a guest. All right, last thing here, real quick. King Sweet asked a good question. This is getting me thinking for a good Dogman show or something similar to a Dogman show, maybe like a cryptid show. Did the Maya, Aztec, Olmec peoples have a Dogman type represented in the mythos? Yes, they did. They had a Dogman. They had Birdmen in their underworld. And there's different, perceptions of the underworld. If we're talking, I mean, the Olmecs were the OGs of that area, but the Maya definitely had an underworld with a Dogman or a dog-like, Anubis-like creature, as did, of course, the Egyptians, because that's Anubis. And the water serpent of the Americas, they refer to it as the great horned or the horned water serpent of the underworld. You also find that in Egypt, and you find that in Japan. So it's a universal thing. So it doesn't matter what you're taking. It could be psilocybin, it could be peyote from the cactus, it could be ayahuasca, it could be blue water lily, it could be poppy in Greece, ergot in Greece. You're probably seeing very similar things. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what Celtic art is. I'm pretty sure it's similar to Amazonian art, and it's like geometrical complexities. I'm pretty sure it's like ayahuasca art. I'm pretty sure the Druids were taking magic mushrooms in their oak grove forests or fortresses or little meeting places. So we'll do a show on that. That's actually something that I've been reading about recently for Halloween, reading some Halloween books. Marilyn is here. Thank you for joining us, Marilyn, from Florida. A lot of listeners in Florida, my hometown, my home state. Michael Stone also just joined us. Would love to see you do a show on the Younger Dryas theory. I buy it. I'm very much behind the Younger Dryas impact theory. Not that I live and die on that hill, but I'm pretty sure we're talking about comet fragments over a period of 20 or so years. Anyway, that's another show. Let's get started, Mike. Ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's throw this. Do I have two of these up? I got two of these images. Hold on a second. Remove from studio. Okay. Mystery Scam Theater Part 5 coming your way. One moment.
Hello? Anybody home?
Today, I want you to open your mind.
Almost come to the conclusion that the story is so damning that the mass of people can't deal with it.
We are in process of developing a whole series of techniques to get people actually to love their servitude.
We face a hostile ideology, global in scope, atheistic in character, ruthless in purpose, and insidious in method.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence.
To change the minds and the attitudes and the beliefs of the people to bring about one world socialist totalitarian government.
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists.
It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time.
If you can get people to consent to the state of affairs in which they are living, then you have a much more easily controllable society than you would if you were relying wholly on clubs and firing squads and concentration camps.
Tools of conquest do not necessarily come with bombs and explosions and fallout. There are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices.
As you connect the dots between different people, organizations, religions, history, suddenly the picture starts to form.
The kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men.
Someone born in the United States is not more special than someone born in Mexico. Someone who is white is not more special than someone who is black. They're just vehicles for the consciousness to experience.
They do not want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much.
It was learned that the aliens had been and were then manipulating masses of people through secret societies, witchcraft, magic, the occult, and religion.
They reach into our children in music, television, books.
Prey on children's innocence.
How can I disprove lies that are stamped with an official seal?
So if you have the opportunity to stand next to one of these machines, it feels like an altar to an alien god.
Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc is now in the possession of the Army.
Too many others know what's happening out there. And no government agency has jurisdiction over the truth.
Any state, any entity, any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete. A case to be filed under M for mankind in the Twilight Zone.
It's about time some of you got acquainted with the real hard truth.
It's the heart that says, I will not acquiesce.
Freedom is the privilege to be right. Freedom from the disasters and our mistakes.
You don't connect the dots. It's just a mass of what's all this about.
You are listening to the Secret Teachings Radio. I'm your host, Ryan Gable. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast tonight. It is Friday, October 10th, 2025. We are approaching Halloween rapidly. We will begin some of our Halloween shows next week. Until then, tonight is a special episode of TST Radio. We have our good friend and co-host Mike D with us tonight, and we will be discussing the Mystery Scam Theater Part 5. If you missed parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, you'd have to go back into the archive years ago and pull up those episodes where we would play clips of certain people, channelers, prophets, etc., and comment on them and laugh at them, at the absurdity of the things that were said. And we haven't done a show about this for a while, so it's also easy. I pulled up one of the old promos and I edited it, so it's a part 5, and I added, as you can see, for those of you watching the video, I added a character called Bashar to the promo picture. So you have an idea of what tonight's show is about. For those of you who are listening to this in audio form only, which is about 98% of the audience, you will not be able to see the show, but know that you can go watch it on YouTube and other places for free. We do not take super chats. We do not take donations, which 30% of that goes to streaming platforms. So we just do this on an honor system. People support the show, buy books, subscribe, etc. Listen to the free archive on Spreaker and on our website, tstradio.info. When you hear those annoying advertisements, they're annoying, but they finance the show entirely. And if you don't like them, you can sign up on the website for the ad-free show and get access to, depending on the tier you select, you get access to digital copies of my books. You get access to the document archive, the archive of, we have some video shows up there in the archive as well. And we also have montages that I've made over the years. So all of that is available if you'd like to support us directly. There's a lot of ways to do that. We have Buy Me a Coffee that linked, I think that is linked up below as well, whether you're audio or video tonight. But it is a free video show, and we just rely on listeners like you to support us. I do not want to operate in the ecosystem that is taking super chats and money and all of that. try to keep this as antiquated as possible. That's the kind of person I am. I'm still on like an old iPhone from 12 years ago or something. It's crazy. I try to keep the technology to the absolute minimal. I think there's a healthy balance that can be reached. For those of you in the chat, we said hello to most of you earlier tonight in the pre-show. Thank you for joining us again in the chat room. We have Mike D with us. We'll bring Mike on right now. Mike, from the other side of the world. Mike, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Mike. This is what you call radio?
Yes.
These are our best impressions of Bashar and JZ Knight.
Yeah. It's all about quantum physics and electromagnetic fields and feedback loops to get your money.
Oh, that was cool. When you said that, we had like an audio glitch. So you said physics, it went physics. That was
physics.
What do you know about physics, Bashar?
I think Bashar is messing with the stream now.
Yes, from the whatever dimension he's in. Is he in another dimension? I don't. Tell me about this guy. Who is this Bashar guy, or who is the guy that channels him, or what is this?
Yeah, so this guy, his name is Darryl Anka, right? And he was born 1951. He's been doing this since the 80s, and we'll show some clips. But that's his real name. The entity that he channels is called Bashir. And I don't know where Bashir is from, but that's the entity that he channels. What's interesting about him and his family is his father was a nightclub entertainer. And he has a first cousin called Paul Anka. I don't know if there's any old heads out there, but Paul Anka was like a crooner, like a Las Vegas style entertainer, crooner guy. So he has this like entertainment background in his genes. And basically he uses a lot of new age terms and philosophy. Basically, think positive and abundance will come to you. Think negative and negative will come to you.
Love, light.
Yeah. It uses a bunch of vague terms like pseudoscience phrases, quantum physics, electromagnetic fields, feedback loops. Again, really loves the law of attraction, new age stuff. He's had a bunch of predictions that never came true. We can talk about that a little bit later. But, yeah, this guy's checking on his background right now. I believe he's worth about $5 million. So he's been making a decent living off this for sure.
So he's been channeling Bashar and channeling people's money into his bank account. It makes me upset. When you watch this guy, it makes me upset because I know that you work hard, Mike. I know that you've had your own business on top of working another job. I've had to, at one point or another, work 2 jobs to support the radio. Now I can luckily do it without having to do that, knock on wood. And I watch this guy just kind of, for those of you watching the video, he just kind of like convulse and all right, now I'm Bashar. And if I just did that every show, if I said I'm channeling something and just started the show, I'm Ryan Gable, we're going to channel a 12-dimensional alien tonight. And I just went, I just shook my head like that and just went, this is what you call radio? Like JZ Knight, apparently I would be a millionaire. Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah.
A lot of people watch these people, I guess, and there's Wilcock watched this and thought, this is a viable career path. Let's go into the con business.
Totally. I think that the thing too is that after researching the guy and looking at his older videos, it looks like Bashir in the beginning used a different type of voice when he came through, and that kind of changed into a more normal voice. It almost sounded like he was like, in the beginning, he was like rolling his R's. He had some type of weird accent. And then as I guess Darryl got older, he kind of dropped that and just really rarely does that pronunciations that he used to do in the early 80s and 90s. So he probably got sick of that.
You'd think that this being that he was channeling would have had his voice pattern down. Maybe there's an issue with the frequency, with the connection, with the Wi-Fi, with the, I don't know, with the contact with the other realm. But what that shows you, I didn't know that, but what that shows you is that Bashar was experimenting. He's experimenting with voices, and he found one that sounded better. He probably realized people aren't buying this other voice. Let me try to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll share. We'll go to his website, and I'll share his merchandise page. You can see how he's kind of making some. We'll do that later, but you can see how he's making his 5 million, what he's selling on his website.
Now he should watch out, because when we did this for Emery Smith, his website store got taken down.
Yeah, when he was selling food colored water, blue water.
Yes.
It got taken down.
I think they put it back up, and we'd have to check again, but I'm imagining, based on the timing of that they probably changed some of that nonsense that was on there because we pointed it out. Because, I mean, they took that website down like within 24 hours of us doing that show, just the store for Emery Smith. So maybe that would be so fun if I wake up tomorrow and Bashar's website's down. Like the internet.
Good evening, my friend.
That's almost like a Halloween thing, like a vampire.
I gotta listen to the guy more. I researched a bunch of his videos, and I was just so angry about people just handing over cash to him. That's I gotta listen to him a little bit more to get that down.
Yes. Hey, Reno in the chat says, I think Ryan channels Mitch Hedberg. I forgot about that. I know I've heard of that name before.
Rest in peace. He was a comedian. He was a great comedian, actually.
Maybe a little bit of Stanhope in there for some of the shows. Maybe some of his. Didn't he do he did a really great Israeli bit a long time ago. Alrighty, so let's look at. Let's see if we have any other people in the chat. A couple new people joining us. Thank you for joining us in the live chat tonight. Mike, where do we start on Bashar? Which, by the way, I've actually seen him at a conference, and there's another guy who he claims to be raw. Have you seen the guy that claims to be raw?
No, I thought that was a Wilcox number one. He stole Wilcox gimmick.
Yeah, there's a guy, he just claims to be raw. He doesn't, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he claims to maybe he channels it, but he claims to be raw, which is maybe a little bit different than claiming to channel raw. And yeah, he's definitely cutting in on Wilcox turf, but he claims to channel raw, and he has these big signs up, and he'll go to conferences where his name is actually just raw. It's not like, Mike D, who channels raw. You just go to a conference and claim you are raw.
Yes.
That's a really wild one. And I think it's funny because, people know raw. And I've always asked this question about these channelers and people that they always contact the same or a very similar entity, something that's really well known. Like JZ Knight contacts Ramtha from Atlantis. Everybody knows Atlantis. People contact Ra, the Archangel Michael, the most powerful Archangel in the case of Wilcock. At least we'll give it to Corey Good. At least he did steal it from a book, but he also kind of made up some of the blue chicken stuff. Most of these people just ignore the enormous pantheon of other mythological deities. Because if I came to you and said, I'm channeling Opis, you'll be like, who the fuck is Opis? Nobody cares about Opis. It's a Roman goddess. Nobody cares. Even if I said Demeter, how many people know about Demeter? Very few, and she's a pretty well-known goddess in mythology. So that's why they choose these big names, because it's like when people reincarnate. You don't reincarnate as a chimney sweep in London. You reincarnate as Enoch, or you reincarnate as Edgar Casey. And chances are you were not Edgar Casey. Chances are you were not Enoch. Chances are you were a lonely peasant who probably starved to death on your farm. chances are you probably were killed by some tyrant or some military at one point in human history. You probably weren't connected to.
I think I'm going to start channeling Vasigo and say I command 14 legions of demons. And that's in my other form, I'm a German Shepherd.
Wow.
That's what I transformed a human to German Shepherd as my deep demonic form.
Do you have a voice? If you were on video tonight, you could do the head shake thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like Jim Carrey and what was that one of those Ace Ventura movies where he's driving the car? It's like, bump like he's driving over in the forest or something, and it cuts and he's just on the main road.
I think we should start off to show the folks out there the first 80s clip that you have of just that short 80s clip of him getting transforming and channeling the entity.
This is a Bashar, correct? A Bashar, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, I hear something in the background. Do you have music or something playing?
No,
hey,
some jackass just called my phone, but I'll put it on mute.
I thought you had one of those people walking down the street blasting loud music.
Not in this neighborhood, my friend.
What neighborhood do you live in? Okay, let me pull it up on the screen here. We will take down the promo picture. It's such a good. I love this promo picture. I love Mystery Scam Theater. And we will put Mike back up, and then we will pull up the video here. Okay, so for people that cannot see this, which is the majority of the audience, remember you can go watch on our YouTube page, TST Radio Official. There's links at tstradio.info. You have questions, you have trouble finding it, email me, rdgable@yahoo.com. Reach out to me on social media. The links, again, are all on the website. For those of you who, even though these are free and you can access these shows, I should put them all on the website anyway, just so there's an easy way to find them. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. But if you are just listening, the majority of you are just listening, you're not going to get the full picture because you have to watch this guy convulse, but you'll still get the idea of what he's doing. He's just moving his head around, and it's like a convulsion. Well, is that how you describe it, Mike? How would you describe it?
Epileptic, like fit.
Yes, some kind of
like epilepsy that he has. It's very, very strange.
It's like a Parkinson's thing. Someone in the chat said we should channel Belphegor. I am Belphegor. So stupid. Okay, here we go. Bashar Channels. This is is this his official page? Bashar Channels by Darryl Anka.
I think this is just like from the 80s, just a clip.
Okay, I'm going to play it. Here we go.
How are you all this evening of your time as you create time to exist? Allow us to begin with the understanding all connections, linkages, and control. If you wish, that is your entitlement. In recently speaking with a member of your society, we did pull forth out of our interaction the recognition that we can now find of great, perhaps, benefit in sharing at this time with you, of the idea of the degree to which you have control over the linkages and connection of every circumstance and situation in your life to every other circumstance and situation in life itself. By drawing what you may call a mechanical analogy, it may assist in forming a picture in your mentality that is most conducive to a complete and simple fundamental understanding of the way in which the mechanism works that allows you to know you are in control and that all circumstances are linked and connected to all other circumstances, an idea I have discussed many times with you.
He can't even open his eyes because he's so embarrassed.
Yeah, people are saying, that was a Scottish accent for sure, but he doesn't do that anymore. I guess that was he was, like you said, he was like beta testing his entity voice.
Boomer in the chat says various accents in one. Yeah, definitely. And I heard that Scottish accent in there a little bit. And he kind of had that elegant, almost like that. Remember that episode of Sunny where they dress up like British royalty?
Yes.
And was that a little bit of that in there? Would you like a spot of tea? Yes.
Yeah.
Drunk King Sweet said a drunken Scot. So what is that? What did I just watch? What did we just listen to?
Just a bunch of word salad, basically, of a fraud.
Yeah, that reminds me of my favorite word salad. Word salad preparer, Laura Eisenhower. That woman is really good at putting together a word salad. I remember I played that one in the show where she talked about the Emerald Alliance, the moon, the 12-strand DNA, just all those words, 12-strand DNA, Moon Alliance, Emerald Group, Ashtar Command. Like, none of it actually means anything. It's like you just read off a list of words from the dictionary. It's like, yeah, but you're not actually saying something. It's kind of like when you read the Bible or something, you get like someone who's a real hardcore Bible, say Bible thumper, and they you just read like the first line of a verse, and it doesn't actually say anything. It just says like, and then God said, and people will be like, hallelujah. Or it'll just say something like, and then Isaac took the sheep and brought them into the pasture. Hallelujah, amen. Like, it doesn't actually, that's not the story. Like, what, I don't understand why you're so excited about him bringing the sheep into the pasture or out of the pasture. It's kind of like that. I don't know what the issue is here, but this is some real psychosis. This guy is been on this since the 80s, you said, right?
Yes.
Imagine being that shameless. I mean, maybe he has a little shame. He doesn't open his eyes. that shameless for 40 years. Your whole life dedicated to this nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's a lot of common sense principles people already have. For instance, the whole think positive, and good things will happen. I mean, do you think baseball players, when they go up to bat, they're thinking they're going to strike out, right? So people understand that having a positive mindset for what you're doing is key. You're not gonna. A golfer isn't going up to swing at the ball and say, "Hey, I'm going to hit this one." Yeah, I'm going to hit this one in the water, and it's a lot of just common sense principles mixed in with new age bullshit, basically. So again,
you got to believe it. If you actually believe it, maybe it'll come true.
Yeah, and the whole thing again is, we're all connected. It's all the same old. The sad thing is they're using some positive principles to distort and make money.
To rip people off.
Yeah. This guy's worth $5 million. Look it up. His net worth is $5 million, which is probably even wrong. It's probably even more than that because he's selling like cheap crystals on his website for $230. But I'll show that later.
We've got to get into that. My good friend Teresa just joined us. Hello, Teresa. Hope that you're feeling better. Let's see who else. We have some other listeners. Someone said that was his. Scottish was just a phase he was going through in the 80s. Accurate. That's very accurate. It's kind of like those Kobe Bryant stories where all these basketball players across the NBA, they'd be like, yeah, Kobe would just like get in your face and be like, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And this is how you can try to stop me. I'm still going to do it right in your face. And he'd just go out and do it every game because he actually believed it. He was
exactly.
hardcore.
Exactly. Same thing with Larry Bird. He'd do the same thing. Say, hey, I'm going to score 30 on you tonight. And he did.
Yeah, I think Jordan did some of the same. Kobe was famous for that stuff, though. He'd be like, I'm going to take the ball right here, and you can stand there and put your hand in my face. I'm still going to knock it down.
Yeah.
You believe it.
You know what? Just sidetracking because you mentioned basketball. I was watching like some All-Star games from like the early 2000s, and they were actually playing basketball on defense. Now, they don't do that anymore. They don't. No. It's crazy what the NBA has turned into, but anyway, that's a side topic.
It's like it's been feminized almost in a way. Metrosexualized.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you used to be kind of you used to have to be kind of tough to play in the NBA. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's some of those teams. They might not have looked like LeBron James, but they were rough, tough guys, especially those Detroit Pistons, 90s, 80s.
Yeah.
All right, I've got this playing in the background because it's just so utterly ridiculous. Look at this.
Do you have the second clip you can load up?
Oh, of course.
him?
You notice, this is cut too, right? So if you play a full one, I don't think he's probably speaking as fast. This is cut, so it almost looks like he's just channeling all of this directly, but that's not how it's happening. There's like pauses where the cuts are. Okay, so let's go to.
He's wearing his dolphin shirt.
Dolphins are smart. People think dolphins are aliens. All right, this is the next one. Or is this the next one? This is the one you wanted me to play?
That's not. Well, you could play that one. It's not the next one, but it's all right. You already have it loaded.
Oh no, I have them loaded here. I have all of them loaded. This is Bashar on TV. This is a movie. Is this a movie from 1987? All right, is this the one you'd like me to play? Mike?
Yes, I think you queued it up, so it's like yes.
All right, here we go. This is another Bashar.
Just more
He's getting ready to channel, folks. Get ready.
Put my body in the position that I'm used to for the channeling.
Here he goes. NASA countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Start.
Engines go. I think he does a lot of this breathing stuff. This is all part of the what Eliphas Levi talked about, where these people fake their magical skills.
Oh my God, call 911. Look out. Whoa.
That's him breathing into the lavalier mic, for the record. It's like getting a suspicious phone call. So
how can this guy not start laughing?
Yeah, Flux in the chat says it's almost like Tourette's. Mystic in the chat said this better be Scottish. This one's going to be Irish. He's still going.
All right, I'll say, how are you this day of your time as you create time to exist? And to you we extend our deepest appreciation for your willingness to co-create as individuals and a collectivity of consciousness this interaction this day of your time, to facilitate the merger and the blending, not only of all the members of your society, but of your society with other societies at this time in your transformational age. You may simply proceed in whatever manner you have co-created this interaction to take place.
I'm gonna pause it for a second, because the way that these people speak is almost like the FBI or the CIA or the mainstream media when they want to cover something up because it's what they're paid to do. Or they're like, we can't confirm or deny that we may or may not have been. Or it's like an Italian mafia movie. Like, we can't confirm or deny that we may or may not have been aware or not aware of this particular thing that might not be a particular thing. That's how these people talk. It's the most vague generalities.
Oh, for sure. Again, word salad with this guy.
I would laugh. There's no way I wouldn't be able to host a show like this. Something like this.
And welcome to Inward Bound.
Oh, look out.
And welcome to TV, although I'm sure you have probably much more advanced methods of communication, but this is the best thing we've got right now. Here
He doesn't want to answer that question.
I'm wondering if you might elaborate a little bit on the idea that you had in mind.
Look at this guy's face.
That's like the worst toupee I've ever seen before.
No. For the theme of the show, live your dreams. I have some questions in mind, but I thought you might like to have something to say first.
Thank you. The idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As you call it, to let you know that what you typically refer to as physical reality, in a literal way, simply a projection, a dream.
Yeah, this is basically just theoretical physics. and repeating theoretical physics talking points is what it is. Reality is a dream. It's like David Talbot stuff. Reality is a dream. Reality doesn't actually exist. You're making it up in your mind. Time doesn't exist. This is all mainline theoretical physics talking points, even in the 80s.
An illusion, as many of you have already recognized that physical reality is an illusion. We do not use that term to discount reality, but simply all we are saying is that your perceptions in and of themselves are what create the reality.
Okay, I have a question. So, like with a lot of these other con artists and frauds, when you have someone who is channeling Bashar, wherever and whatever Bashar is, if you're really this advanced in the future, why would you be speaking in like theoretical physics terms of the late 20th, early 21st century? I feel like if you were really that far advanced, it would be like someone like us, Mike, don't have to be that smart, but going and trying to speak with an uncontacted tribe in the jungle. Even if you could understand some of the language, like there's very little way that you could actually communicate and understand this other person, this other society. If someone is that far ahead in the future, like with Ramtha, I guess that's back in time, 35,000 years or something. How exactly do you can't, there's no way that you could communicate and have any understanding. So maybe people would argue and say, well, that's why they're speaking in terms that we can understand. But then it's like, well, if they are speaking in terms we can understand, and this is real, which is it's obviously not real, but if it were real, if you imagine it's real, then it's just like with these UFO stories. It's always a story told at the peak of where technology is at the time. So in other words, what I'm saying is, to put it simply, what this guy is doing is just taking the more advanced theoretical concepts of physics, putting them into a character, and then speaking as if he's this advanced being that's being channeled through his body. But if you fast forward into the 21st century, a lot of this stuff is like old news now, and we're moving on to even newer, more elaborate concepts. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And this guy, I got to give it to the guy. I've watched a couple of his videos, and he doesn't ever stutter. So he's got this down since, well, he's been doing this since the 80s, right? So, but he has this character, this entertainment aspect of it down, where he'll roll his words and his volume up and down changes to keep the audience's attention, right? So
Yes, that's magic. Eliphas Levi wrote about that. That's exactly how you keep people tuned in.
Exactly. You know, I mean, he says that he's channeling this information. This Bashir entity is the collective consciousness, where he has this knowledge of everything. And of course, Bashir can't interfere. Of course, they always say this, right? We can't interfere on your world or your decisions. That's all up to you.
Star Trek.
Yeah. But since he has this vast quantum knowledge, if I was in the audience, I'd be like, excuse me, Mr. Bashir? Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, who was the president of Chile in 1932? Oh, we cannot answer that right now, sir, because our collective consciousness is glitching.
Yeah. We do not deal in such trivial matters.
The president of Chile in 1932 is actually you. You are connected to one and all.
See, Mike can do it too. I can do it too. I've actually heard some people do that before, where they are asked a question like that, whether it's someone being sarcastic or someone who's being serious, and the person says there's a break in the communication. Oh, it's getting fuzzy. We're losing contact. Or they'll say something very similar to what you said. I've heard that before from other, maybe less known channelers. They'll say something that's very similar to what you said, Mike. Well, you are that person. You're connected. See, the universe is all connected together. Just total nonsense. I mean, it's like theoretical physics, New Ageism, but it's always at the peak of where we are, or on the cutting edge of where we are, and it never goes beyond that. You'd think that something so advanced would at least.
And he's saying, you know, if you can get through the word salad, he's basically saying things that people like to hear. You know, he's not really speaking negative, saying you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna burn, you know, all that kind of stuff. He's it's totally like, you know, you're connected to the universe, you're part of the light. It's all that kind of stuff. Of course, he would say that because he wants to make money off you.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to turn you off. He wants to turn you on.
Yes, and a lot of that stuff has to do with probably a lot of theosophy, or I'd say misinterpretations of theosophy involved in there as well. Because these people talk about different races of humans, and it's like that goes back to the root races and Blavatsky. And hey, for whatever Blavatsky was, Blavatsky did a lot of, I'd say she did a lot of, for lack of a better word, good in terms of her writing, but she was also a con artist too. I mean, she scammed people, she ripped people off, fake seances. That's all very well known. So people like this, when they're taking these ideas from, I'm not saying he's getting his ideas from the Theosophical Society or something. I'm just saying that when you get these ideas, a lot of them are already based on things that are, for the time period, they were wacky then, and they remain wacky today, especially when you take them out of context and you have no, I guess, values or ethics or morals at all. And you just repeat these love and light, love and light. And you're right, Mike, that's what turns people on. That's what people want to hear, especially because the people that go listen to this stuff on average, they're people that are really looking for answers. They're people that feel like maybe God has abandoned them. Their husband died. A lot of these people are old women, you know, that don't have anything. So they find these people and they listen, they give them all their money. It's a scam.
Yeah, and with these people too, it's all interconnected with prophecy too. So, and he's no stranger to that. Let me tell you a couple of prophecies that this guy has claimed over the years that haven't come true at all.
Yes, give me the prophecies, Mike.
He said there will be validated proof of ET life in 2005. That was a miss. He said that there would be a nuclear strike between 2006 and 2016. That was a miss.
That's a hard strikeout.
He's saying that there was going to be a terrorist nuke attack in New York. Again, that was a miss. He didn't give the date for that one.
It was on the it was on the molecular level, so you didn't see it.
He said a hidden chamber in the Sphinx would be opened by 2001. That was a miss.
That's your Akashic records.
Yeah, exactly. He said that there'd be a total economic collapse in 2013. That was another miss.
But it was close to the 2008 banking collapse, Mike.
I mean, I wish I had all these misses and still had approximately $5 million in my checking account.
Yeah. Well, see, another one, I know one of the ways that these con artists will justify this, they'll say something to the effect of, well, the entity can't give us real information all the time, because if they do that, it's like cheating. So they have to give us some things that are wrong so we can still figure it out for ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's not clever, because I just came up with that on the spot, you know, my explanation. I mean, I've heard people say similar things to that, but that's how they get away with it. It's not, again, it's not crazy that people do this. It's crazy that people believe that he's actually doing it. Otherwise, show me some evidence or show me some proof. I don't know. Show me something. Show me some evidence. That's when it boils down to faith, and it becomes like a cult, and it becomes really dangerous. Any other predictions?
No, he's got more, but they're all basically misses.
Well, give me another one. Give me, because I've got a list of stuff here from another con artist I wanted to go through for predictions real fast. But give me another one. What are some other ones?
Let me bring it up.
How are you today?
He did say, he did say that there was going to be a Japanese nuclear reactor disaster between 2004 and 2014. And he was actually correct on that. But of course, that was having the nuclear reactor was having problems way before then, right? So, but I mean, that's a big 2004 to 2014 is a 10-year jump. So,
Well, that, and also there are always threats of tsunamis. And when you're building nuclear reactors on the coastline, and there are probably stories 2002, 2003, 2004 about the potentiality for a disaster like that and the likelihood of a disaster like that in a place like Japan, it's very likely, probable, then yeah, it's pretty easy to predict that. It's not really a prediction. It's like saying that there's going to be, look at this last couple of days. There have been earthquakes, the Philippines. There have been I think there's earthquakes all around the western part of the Ring of Fire. And to say that there's going to be earthquakes in Japan is not a prediction of the future. I can say that there's going to be an earthquake this month.
Yeah, he said in March 2007 there was going to be a massive UFO sighting. There's UFO sightings every day.
Every day, yep.
So that, I mean, that's a very generalized prediction.
Mystic Hydra says the Barnum effect. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
The sucker born every minute. We're going to take them for everything they got. Danny DeVito and Matilda. Alrighty, so should I play more of this?
No, I say we just go to the next video.
Sure.
Or if you want to, you can, but it's a small word salad.
You are expression. You, each and every one of you, are facets of the multidimensional crystal.
There you go.
Creation. You are
the multidimensional crystal of infinite creation.
I guess the entity can save him from going bald.
Thought of the infinite creator. All the different ways.
Now, see, that's that Wilcock syndrome. They're going bald because they're stressed out. Someone's caught onto their lies. And he's not opening his eyes in this one either. I think he's ashamed.
I don't think he ever opens his eyes. Really.
If I talked like that, you'd say, this guy's such an asshole. Welcome to the Secret Teachings. So nice to have you, Mike. All righty, let's go to the next one. This is a recent. Is this recent?
Thank you for having me here, Ryan.
It is a pleasure to be on what you call radio.
This clip is, I believe she's kind of talking to him before he starts channeling, so we can watch a little bit of this because she kind of introduces herself and then she lets him go into the channel phase, so we can watch that again.
All right, let's do it.
I have to tell you, it's been such an incredible journey, and I want to thank you so much for letting me into your life.
Oh, my pleasure.
Darryl, and getting to know you. It's been a rabbit hole already, and now
a lot of the people that like
we're about to have
these channelers look like this: overweight, too much makeup, fake eyebrows.
We're about to have an interview with an extraterrestrial. This is a momentous occasion, so I just want to say thank you before we get started.
He's got a little.
And thank you for believing that shit.
Yeah, look at that little bit of a smirk there on his face.
Yeah, got another sucker here.
Is this in his multi-million-dollar mansion too?
Oh, I probably
need to allow him to share his message. So
thank you.
The message that's in like physics books from the 80s.
Will I let him come through?
Yes.
Shall I let him come through?
It's a minute, and then.
With that spiritual music.
See you later.
See you on the flip.
Yes. All right.
There's the Tourette's.
That was a hiccup.
That was a hiccup. Bashar had some gas.
Is that the actor that plays Boba Fett?
Yes, Tim, this man has no shame.
Well, I don't say good day to you this day of your time. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Bashar?
Perfect, thank you. Please, by all means, you may proceed however you wish, but allow us to thank you for the co-creation of this opportunity to exchange ideas and information with you.
Did these beings have nothing better to do than to sit around and wait for a phone call from this guy?
And to make money.
To help him make money, exactly. Wouldn't, if you were super advanced and spiritual and everything's just a universal crystal and everybody's connected to this crystal and there's no reason in worrying, it's all love and light, wouldn't you tell Bashar to just give all of his money up and go live like a monk in the woods? There's no reason to have all this money. There's no reason to have all of these expensive, nice things in the world. You would just give them up. I mean, Buddhism essentially teaches that. But Bashar in the future, or wherever the hell he is, he doesn't know that. He's just sitting around twiddling his thumbs, jacking off, waiting for this guy to contact him.
Well, I think the interviewer knows it's fake because she actually started to laugh when he came through, and she was just like laughing at it.
Maybe, but maybe she's also just really excited. I mean, look at her.
Yeah, maybe.
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Bashar?
Perfect.
She's giving this guy thousands of dollars.
Please, by all means, you may proceed however you wish, but allow us to thank you for the co-creation of this.
And you notice that if
exchange
I wanted to interview him, he would never come on a show like this. He would never go on shows that are similar to mine. But he will go on shows or be interviewed by people that believe him without question. And that's another part of the problem. I mean, if you are really trying to prove something, you would probably say, hey, I'm going to go on a show or I'm going to be interviewed by people that don't believe me. And maybe he has in the past. I don't know. But I would assume you would do that to prove that person wrong. That's what I would do if I was serious.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's ever been on any type of legit shows,
Information with you.
All right. So that is part of his more recent channeling. You got a hiccup.
Yeah.
Get through that breathing. He probably just got finished drinking.
He probably he probably just got drinking the blue water from Emery Smith's website to make him feel better.
Yeah. There was also, I don't know if you saw this, and I don't know if I can find it. There was an Emery Smith. Oh my God, it comes up. If you type in Emery Smith on YouTube, it comes up Emery Smith drunk. He did a live stream where he was just fried. I don't think I can find it. Comes up as a search, but I can't find the actual video. But yeah, he did a live stream where he was drunk, which is exactly how he crashed was it a Range Rover in Palm Springs?
Yeah, into the ditch where he said he went to like the hospital, but he's in like some dentist's office.
He was at Eisenhower Medical in Palm Springs. I went there when I was in Palm Springs to check it out. Yeah, I think we looked at those pictures of him there, and they said that the cabal attacked him, but he had a bottle of like Pedialyte under the desk or something, or under the chair, and it was like, yeah, this guy drank a lot, vomited, had to take Pedialyte, and then they claimed he had been attacked by lasers or DEWs. And then when the actual paper, someone got the paper from the hospital and showed that he actually had pneumonia or something. And then and then I think Wilcock said, oh, actually, yeah, he's got pneumonia. Okay, but the cabal gave him pneumonia. And they ran him off the road. It's like, no. They didn't run him off the road. As I've said for years, Jack Daniels ran him off the road, not the cabal.
I'm surprised his car even works, since the cabal was supposed to drain everybody's gas tanks back in the day.
That's true. And those Range Rovers don't get very good gas mileage.
Yeah,
it's the car of the golden god. Did you see that episode? Be gone, you soy boy beta cuck. The transaction complete. We got a lot of listeners who now watch Sunny because the references you made.
Maybe I should channel the golden god. Maybe that's who we should channel, the golden god.
The golden god. If my sister does not get her shows, I will bring down the wrath of Thor like 1,000 winds on this hospital. You got to channel the gods, Mike.
Man, do you want me?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you want me to share my screen of his website trinkets?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Let me.
I'm going to pull something up to show the listeners while you pull that up.
Okay.
because essentially what these people, there's a couple of things here that are really important to understand or to realize. Number one, what this guy is, if you read Eliphas Levi, Levi talks about fake magicians and fake prophets and stuff like that. And he says in the book, he's got lots of books, obviously, but he says in one of his books, he talks about how people will convulse and people will breathe until they work themselves into a state of hysteria. And these are signs that someone is fake. And Levi wrote that over 100 years plus ago. Was it like in the late 1800s? That this is what fake magicians and people do. It's all an act. It's a show. It's a production. And it's for you as much as it is for the person who's doing it. Hey, actors do this. In fact, I've seen Danny DeVito does that when he gets into character for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He'll be Danny DeVito, and then he'll just go like, and he'll turn into Frank. That's what people do when they're acting. It's what people do when they're making it up. It's what people do to get in character. That's why JZ Knight and Bashar and Raw and David Wilcock with his channelings, which we have some of those to play, they're acting. It's not real. When someone's actually a real psychic, I don't know if I've ever met anybody who can actually channel something, but when someone's an actual real psychic, they don't do a lot of work. They're very private. They don't take on a lot of clients, and it physically and mentally drains them. And they usually tell you things that you don't want to hear, not things that you want to hear. So that's really important to recognize, really important to understand the context of what you're seeing there. From magical perspectives like Eliphas Levi, this is what people who are frauds do. And from the perspective of, say, acting, this is what people do to get into character. And that's all that it is. It's a character that he's made. Bashar's made a lot of money. A lot of money. We're all one, but we need money. It's like George Carlin said about God, right? He's all knowing, all powerful, all omnipresent, but it's not good with money.
Yeah.
Bashar's good with money, though. All right, Mike, what do you got?
Got to collect every week for God.
Let
me share my screen real quick here.
Well, also, this is very similar. Let me note one other thing as you share your screen there. This is really similar to the Oracle of Delphi, because the Oracle of Delphi would go into a trance and convulse on the tripod, and then she would give oracle. The thing is, and the difference is, at least the Pythia, at least the woman that performed this action, she was getting high off of the noxious fumes that were coming up through the cracks in the earth in the cave. So at least she had a reason why she was convulsing. She was being poisoned, and then the gods would speak through her. Bashar is just some guy that pretends to convulse and puts on a show. The Oracle of Delphi did something very similar, though, except she was actually under the influence of some other type of external substance, not just delusion. All right, Mike, what do you have?
So this is on his site, one of his merchandise pages. He's got basically cheap crystals that you can get off eBay for $20, selling them for $230.
Asher's got good taste.
Contact crystal pendant, $235. A dolphin triangle crystal pendant, $235.
Wait, is Bashar a dolphin from the future?
No, I think he's using that because in the 80s there was like a connection with a big thing around dolphins and spiritual stuff.
Yes.
So we kind of rode that wave, so to speak. If I click on this dolphin triangle crystal pendant, oh, you can only purchase a max of 3 of them, Brian. So you're out of luck. I know you wanted to get at least 10.
Do you have to purchase 3 to get 1? Like, can you buy a single?
Yeah, no, this is like, he's just showing that you can only purchase 3 at a time. You know, because they're made by dolphins, so they're very rare. So here's your description. Okay, so this kind of describes a little bit more about him. The first contact specialist. He's a diplomatic representative of his extraterrestrial world, a planet called Isasani.
The Dasanians?
Isasani. So I guess that's where Bashir is from, the planet called Isasani.
Not Dasani, not like those Dasanians of Laura Eisenhower. Those
No, not from that water-based planet. I think this is different.
But hey, if they're Dasani, if it's a water-based planet, you've got dolphins. Dolphins on the water, but it's coming together now.
His focus is to help us prepare for Earth for future contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. Okay, I guess that's why he needs $5 million.
Dolphins? Are they coming? How did the dolphins get here? They probably put them in. You ever seen Dune or Red Dune? They probably put them in big tanks, like those the navigators that are in the tanks full of the spice that helps them to navigate. That's probably how they bring the dolphins here. There, I'm gonna find a picture of that.
Yeah, I think the dolphin thing there is on the swimming and interacting with the dolphins, a species very different than our own, as Bashir has suggested, acts as preparation and precursor to extraterrestrial contact. So, if you swim with the dolphins, you'll be ready for contact with ETs.
Yes. I have a picture of it here. I found. This is from Dune. Let me show this to you. This is how I imagine the dolphins getting here. And keep that on your screen. I want to show more of those crystals. This is how the dolphins get here. They're in big tanks. This is Dune.
Yeah, that looks like yeah.
Yep. If that's how, and if I went to like a movie about aliens and that's how the aliens talked. Good day. How are you? Thank you for being here. Like, fuck this. I'm gone. I'm leaving.
It looks like a Fallout character of some sorts.
Yeah, a little bit. Alrighty, let's go back to the website here. I've got a bunch of other fake predictions from other fake people too. I wanted to go through just a small list. What other things we have on this website? Any reviews?
Well, it says that each quartz crystal is unique, specifically grown and infused with a light blue color of the ocean. Oh my God!
It's not infused with the ocean. It's infused with the color of the ocean. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if this is even real. Is it saying that it's even quartz?
Pseudo quartz.
Let's see. Oh, he's got apparel here. Let's look at that. What he's got selling.
Dolphin shirts. I want to get a dolphin shirt.
Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Get your Bashir shirt.
I need to hold on a second. I need to zoom in so I can see that better. What do we have? What kind of designs do we have there?
What the heck? There you go.
2027.
The year everything changes.
Great. And he probably had one for 2020. 2012 too.
Oh man, only $25.
Dude, there is somebody somewhere in the world with a collection of Bashar shirts from like 2012 onward. And they've just got a closet that they've ignored. Everything changes 2012. Everything changes 2015. Everything changes 20. And the thing is, everything does change. So you can make up any nonsense you want and say, well, I was right because things did change. Something
Yeah,
changed.
you know what, on doing the research on him, he's I didn't bring this up, which I should have. I totally forgot. But he said that 2027 is definitely the year for alien contact. Basically, they're going to land on our front lawns, and that's when the change happens. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, technically, we're almost at the end of this year, so he's got a year. We'll see if this prediction happens. If not, he's going to be, because he's been touting this. I mean, again, he's even got these shirts and mugs.
Well, maybe he's dyslexic. Maybe the aliens won't come till 7,202. Maybe he got it backwards.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be a real piece of shit to do this kind of stuff.
Bashir.
Especially when you look at the people who support it.
The interstellar enneagram explores the relationship of Earth to the Anunnaki. We've heard that before, right? Everywhere.
Yeah.
The Greys, the Orions, we've heard all this. The reptilians, the Pleiadians, all these we've heard all this before. So what is this?
It's the same word salad, as you said. It's the same repeating of talking points, making people feel like they're a part of something. It's another con job. Sedona 2023 Bashar shirts.
Sedona 2023.
I've seen this guy several times, and he is not the guy wearing the shirt, but Bashar, and he is a very unremarkable individual.
Shouldn't this be on sale? I mean, it's 2023.
No, he's got to make money. Bashar needs money, Mike. Can't put things on
new
sale.
release. Let's see what his new releases are. Okay, we saw those. A poster. Got a Bashir poster.
You know, people are buying it too. Hey, at least we have to give him a little bit of credit that he's not selling things for as much as Emery Smith is. Because Emery Smith's like, all right, what was it? A tiny little bottle of water, $300.
Yeah. Hey, aren't the triangle ones ours? Isn't that a TRB? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that he's putting the triangle one out there, which is in UFO circles supposed to be man-made.
Yeah, Tim Curley is right. In 2027, he'll move the goalposts just like David Wilcock. Yeah, and someone else said in the chat, David Wilcock made $60,000 off of that GoFundMe for Emery Smith over the attack by the cabal.
Yes, I saw that was Tim said that.
Yeah, Tim is up to date on what's happening here.
Got a bunch of mugs. Got a bunch of mugs here.
All right, I want to get a mug.
You want to get a mug?
Yeah, give me one of those mugs and a poster. How much is that mug?
For some reason, it's in between $14 to $15. What is that? I mean, is it in between? Is it $14? Is it $15? Oh, okay, because it's the size. Okay, you can get 11 ounce for $14 and 15 ounce for $15.
I thought he was signing them.
No, he's just getting his mugs on here.
Now I'm going to go out on a wild limb here. It's not so wild. People like Bashar do this stuff, and then they just bang a bunch of women at conferences. And these are not high value, high IQ women. But that's one of the reasons. That's one of the perks of being a con artist.
Here you go, Ryan. He's stealing your book sales with these.
I'm terrified, Mike. What kind of books does he have? Does he have an occult encyclopedia?
No, he's basically a garbage new age.
What's that? I guess if I sit like this, can you see? If I just sit like this for every show, do people listen more, or do they think I'm with?
I think you should.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh. I got let me see. Let me
Is that the same picture on almost every book? The same picture of him doing that hand gesture?
Yeah, there it is here.
Almost every book.
Step a long way. Let's get high.
Let's get high. I bet he does. I bet he does. All right, Mike, do you have anything else on Bashar? Do you want me to? I've got notes on Cliff High about his failed predictions, and I've also got David Wilcock channeling and JZ Knight channeling.
Let me just so we can just put it to rest. Let me just do one more Bashir chat,
okay.
so we can get one more laugh out of this guy. Let me share my screen and we can see him channel one last time here.
Let me know when the screen is shared.
His Tourette's phase. Okay, I should be sharing it now.
Okay.
Are you ready? You ready? Make sure the volume's up.
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's take a day to you this day of your time. How are you all?
Look at those fucking idiots in the audience.
Let's watch these idiots again clap for this fraud.
All right, let's take a day to you this day of your time. How are you all?
Woo! See, they get excited like that woman I showed.
I've been excited about Sedona Retreat like for the past few years. By following the excitement formula, I was able to make a living and be able to afford this trip.
I think he is making a big impact in helping humanity to remember who they are.
Just pick what has even the tiniest bit more excitement than any other choice and act on that first to the best you can.
I'm just excited about the question and answer. And I like watching, especially a lot of the old videos back in the 80s and stuff when he first started out.
What did you say?
Oh, I like the light up crystals.
I feel that hearing Bashar message in Sedona is really special.
I think that guy was just channeling too.
Yeah. He's got a lot of Asians.
Excited that he is going to teach us where the portals and vortices are so that I can connect different dimensions and our galactic brothers and sisters.
Oh my God.
I really look forward to seeing Bashar in person again and receive whatever information he's ready to give us.
You are all
right,
one.
For a fee. Let me stop sharing this garbage.
For a fee, yeah, it has to be for a fee. He's not going to do this for free. It's another sunny thing that's coming to my mind. Remember when they got
was like a whole kind of like Scientology. That was like a whole Scientology based like a video promo for him, you know?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people con blacks, Asians, whites. He does not discriminate on who he takes money from.
I mean, I wish we were in the same state or something and he came, we both went and asked him questions.
I'll fly for it.
You go up there, you ask like a question that he can't answer, he's frustrated, and then you keep going and they boot you out. Then I go up and ask the same question and they boot me out.
We said like a train of people behind the microphone asking the same question exactly. Somebody in the chat asked me what that hand gesture is called, and I actually have an image of it here. I don't know if you can see that, Mike. A hand gesture.
Yes.
That is a Jewish hand gesture. It's called the Kohen, not Cohen, but Kohen, Kohen. And it was, I believe, it was used. I think it was the basis for the Vulcan hand sign in Star Trek. If I remember correctly, I think Leonard Nimoy got the idea for the famous hand gesture. You know, live long and prosper.
Yeah, the Spock.
Yeah, he got that from his rabbi.
There you go.
So this is an old Jewish hand gesture. It's not the
Jewish
Illuminati.
Mysticism is all around.
Unless the Illuminati is the modern day Pharisees.
If you showed that to the kids today, they'd say that's a JZ symbol.
Yeah, these are JZ's followers.
Or wrestling people. That's a Diamond Dallas Page hand signal. The guy used to do that.
It's never a coincidence. All right, I've got David Wilcock channeling. I've also got JZ Knight. Which one would you like to hear first?
Let's hear the oh no, get rid of that guy. let's hear. Oh, whatever. I mean, they're both equally corny and atrocious. Doesn't matter.
Look at this clown.
This guy's like smiling like a clown. He just knows, but it's not a smile per se. It's more of like they all smirk, like a smirk smile, because they know, like, oh, you suckers, you bought me 3 houses across the U.S.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what?
Go ahead.
That's the cabin videos he does. He never shows what kind of car he's driving. I bet you he's got like a Mercedes. He
Probably
hides
a nice one.
Yeah, he hides it because then people will know, you know.
Well, he did a live stream recently where he said that he did not take, I don't know if you heard this one. This one is wild. He said he didn't take his phone with him because he didn't want to be tracked. So he takes his car and it breaks down. And he knew it was going to break down. He knew that he was having problems with it. It breaks down and he gets stranded on like a mountain somewhere. And he has to have this guy help him to, I guess, tow or get his car back. And then he has to have his neighbor from his, Colorado mansion. His neighbor comes over and has to fix the car for him. So he's such an idiot. He knows his car is going to break down, doesn't take his phone because the deep state is tracking him. Car breaks down, has to get someone to help him. He was complaining about how long it took on the phone because they couldn't find where he was because he was so far out there or something like that. And then he had to have some guy take him home. And then he had to have his neighbor come over and fix his car. I mean, this guy is a fucking loser. And that's me saying that because I'm not much above a loser from, growing up. I was not really a smart or talented or anything individual, but this guy is a fucking loser. And I can't believe anybody still gives this guy money. It is $200, $300 donations people give him. I mean, who are these people? Are they even real? Are these bots that he's giving himself money to make other people donate $10?
It could be true. That's what I was kind of thinking that too. I was like, because I just can't believe like every, I guess he was on last week live and 300, 200. I think we showed the screen that on a bad day, he pockets, so he streams for about 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, and he makes $1,500 after YouTube takes their 30%. He's still making, $1,400. And that's a bad day because back in the day, he was making a lot more money too before a lot of people kind of woke up, but there's still he's still conning a lot of people out there.
All right, let's do JZ Knight. We'll save Wilcock for last. So JZ Knight is a really interesting character. You said you didn't know anything about her or had never heard of her, or am I wrong about that?
No, I've never heard of her before. Thank God.
Yes, thank God. So she's like a quote spiritual teacher, but she channels an entity named Ramtha. And she runs I don't know if it's still active, but she ran like a big compound up in the Pacific Northwest. And she was on all these TV shows, Larry King, MSNBC, Merv Griffin, etc. And it's fascinating because I don't know if these types of shows give any kind of credibility to people like this anymore. I mean, I don't watch TV, so maybe they do. Those old late night TV shows or something like that. But I mean, this woman is doing something very similar to what Bashar, and she's been doing it for a long time, like Bashar was.
Is she still alive?
Let's see. Maybe.
She might be.
I think she is. Let me double check. Yeah, she's 79.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, one of the people that followed her said that she requested or had conspired to kill another follower. That she was involved in conspiring to murder one of her followers. I mean, that's what Ramtha does. I mean, then you think like, who's Ramtha? I think she'll tell you who it is in one of these videos I have, but she is channeling a 35,000-year-old being from, I believe it is Atlantis, if I'm correct. Not just a being, but a warrior. 35-1,000-year-old warrior.
That's what happens when you overdose on Tylenol nowadays.
Yes. And you know what she teaches her followers, Mike? The same thing Bashar teaches. You create your own reality, and you are conscious beings, love and light. Same exact thing.
Yeah. Or also, more money, money me.
Money me now.
Take Tylenol. Can't be good. Must be bad. Not good, but it's not bad. Money me. Man, it's like people. Hey, I thought you had a MAGA hat behind me, boy.
All right, let's play some of this. There's a couple of them. We'll go through them on YouTube. Let's watch her channel. All right, here we go. It's ABC. This is from ABC News. Here we go.
Audience like this one in Denver, and then she leaves, changes her hair and her clothes, comes back, and goes into a trance.
So she gets into character. I mean, this is literally what an actor does. She talks about you're all one and we're all connected to the crystal, and then she changes her clothes and her hair, and then she comes back and that's what an actor does to get into character. They change into the wardrobe. There's a wardrobe department.
Tell you I'm very happy that you're here. We're very happy to be here.
She greets an audience like this one in Denver, and then she leaves, changes her hair and her clothes, comes back, and goes into a trance. And finally, after several minutes, this 40-year-old woman says she has turned into a 35,000-year-old man.
Indeed.
The voice seems different. The face seems different. Supposedly, she is now a he, Ramtha, or the Ram, as his followers call him.
Hey,
now,
Ryan.
Ramtha lived in the lost land of Atlantis.
I think I'm not seeing the video. I'm seeing David Wilcock. There you go.
Oh, sorry about that.
You had nice David's mug on there for the last minute or so.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Sorry that you had to see that. Here, I'll rewind this a little bit so you can see it.
Very happy to be here.
She greets an audience like this one in Denver, and then she leaves, changes her hair and her clothes, comes back, and goes into a trance. And finally, after several minutes, this 40-year-old woman says she has turned into a 35,000-year-old man. The voice seems different. The face seems different. Supposedly, she is now a he, Ramtha, or the Ram, as his followers call him. Now, the story goes that Ramtha lived in the lost land of Atlantis, where he was a great warrior.
I was the biggest bastard of them all. But I was the great conqueror, the Ram, that meant the god. And I slaughtered and hacked because I was a barbarian that was filled with anger and ignorance.
But the legend goes on to say that the Ram finally rejected violence for virtue and became a wise, enlightened teacher. Well, if you believe all that, you'll believe JZ Knight when she says that Ramtha decided to come back 35,000 years later in 1977.
I thought I was seeing things because I had tears in my eyes, and I wiped the tears away, and here stood this entity at 2:30 in the afternoon in my kitchen.
See, in the kitchen, just like Jordan say, they're making smoothies and Wilcock seeing rainbows while he's making dinner.
And I wasn't afraid. I was just shocked. I mean, you don't, this doesn't.
Yeah, typically you don't see 35,000-year-old Atlantean warriors in your kitchen. That'd be pretty shocking.
I like the fact that she had enough balls to make it a male entity that she channeled, where she's got to like uncross her legs and sit like a guy.
That's all part of the performance, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Indeed. They always come in with a hard one-liner.
Indeed.
So she goes, indeed. And then you have, what does Bashar say? Thank you for being here on the day that you call time.
Good afternoon to you.
Someone in the chat earlier said she's more believable, and I agree with you. She's a way better actress than this Bashar guy is. Much better actress than Bashar is. Or whatever. It was Darryl Anka.
Darryl Anka, a.k.a. Darryl Anka.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to them, I mean, I think...
Welcome to Inward Bound, and welcome to TV, although I'm sure you have probably much more advanced methods of communication, but this is the best thing
we cannot comment on that at the time.
I cannot make up a line for that one.
If you might elaborate a little bit on the idea that you had in mind when we picked the title 2 weeks ago for the theme?
Beingness, thinking itself into creation.
Creation. That man over there has a bad toupee.
Is you to wake up from the intimidation back into the
Just like my 7th grade martial arts teacher.
Yes.
If you find that message
Yes,
confusing and the whole idea of Ramtha preposterous, meet some people who beg to differ.
When
Yep, old ladies.
JZ Knight comes out and she is
Oh
Ramtha.
no, you can tell this lady's. what does she have on her head? I mean, if that's the closest I've ever seen as a chia pet head. Oh my god, I feel bad for this lady.
Speaks.
This woman.
If this lady, if this Rachel wasn't following her, she'd be a Scientologist. I'm just looking at her blank, cold, blank eyes.
Love.
Empty eyes.
She's the one that brings the other women into the cult to be raped.
Yeah, exactly. She's the Nexium. She's the Nexium madam.
Yeah, look at those eyes.
Oh yeah, those are cuckoo.
So she probably tried dating. Maybe she was married at one point, got divorced, blamed it on him. She was really nuts and crazy, and then no one else would date her because she's totally out of her mind. So then she found Ramtha. That's I think how it goes.
You can see the love coming out of JZ's eyes.
And there is love in their eyes in return. They are what transforms them is a blend of Eastern mysticism and Western pop philosophy. With a
that guy
large
just wanted to get a. That guy just wanted to get a kiss.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing.
He's like, he's like, I know what she does. I'm just gonna sit here and get a free kiss from her.
Yeah. So listen to what the news broadcaster just said.
In return, they are transfixed. What transfixes them is a blend of Eastern mysticism and Western pop philosophy.
Eastern mysticism and Western pop philosophy. So that means that this 35,000-year-old Atlantean warrior being is using modern or more modern Eastern philosophy and Western pop New Ageism. Why would a 35,000-year-old Atlantean warrior be using Buddhism? Or
why would he backtrack?
Yes, modern West pop, whatever they want to call it, New Ageisms. That's what this 35,000-year-old entity is using.
Fixed. What transfixes them is a blend of Eastern mysticism and Western pop philosophy with a large dose of theatrics.
Theatrics.
Yeah, there you go.
We are the League of Shadows.
Medium has a message. God exists in everyone. Man is divine.
Wow.
We heard that before.
Yeah.
Be worshipped?
I learned that from Bashar.
Indeed, you do.
Yeah, see, this is someone who's telling people who don't really have any purpose or meaning or who lost it, telling them that, you need to be worshipped. That'll be $75. Just making people feel good. It's the same reason that people pay escorts or people pay hookers or, because you're missing something. Can't get it otherwise. So you pay this prophet or this Ramtha being to tell you that you need to be worshipped, but really you're worshiping her.
Yeah, I mean, it's 101 advertising. It's like, you deserve a break today. You deserve a break today.
Oh, no, that's a great point. You're totally right. Yep. Totally right. That's what all the advertising is today. It's a really good point, Mike. I'll play another little piece of this.
To save your hide, you do. And indeed, who can answer your prayers, you do.
That may not sound especially profound.
They always have like that. See, same with Bashar, they've always got like a little bit of like some kind of like UK blended accent. They've always got a little bit of that because it sounds elegant, right? A little bit of that. Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but Bashir dropped the drunk Scottish accent.
At $400 a piece. It's $1,500 for weekend retreats.
All right, look at that. $1,500. How much was that for?
At $400 a piece.
$400 retreat.
$1,500 for weekend retreats.
Jesus, when was this video? Like 1977? She's got to be worth like $15 million.
Look at that woman. She's sitting there like, these fucking people are giving me money to listen to this nonsense. Look at that face. And look at the quality of the people coming in here. I mean, this is who listens.
Share your screen.
Is the screen not shared?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Must have clicked off of it again. Thanks for keeping me on track, Mike. Yeah, look at this face.
At $400 a piece. It's $1,500 for
these fucking morons coming in here buying this.
She is maxing and relaxing there.
Yes, she is, isn't she?
She needs like a scepter.
Often so many people, the Ramtha organization can earn up to
Yep, all old ladies.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is
$1,000 for a single appearance.
Adopt an animal.
Old ladies and fat white guys whose wives left them.
Ramtha will come to you.
And you're my first 35,000-year-old guest.
And what is 35,000 years old?
Promotion like this.
Jesus Christ.
That looked like some bad 70s TV show acting there.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
What does 35,000 years old?
Ramtha mailing list to over 23,000 names, and it's growing by more than 100 a week. There's a popular line of video and audio tape.
Super consciousness. When regular consciousness won't do, you deserve super consciousness. Brought to you by Ramtha.
The next step.
But what
that's that line there, the next step, that is literally like a line from a cult. The next phase, the next step, the next dimension, the next level.
Focus national attention on Ramtha is Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah, look at that. Shirley MacLaine goes out. This is a very famous. Shirley MacLaine was a big fan of her. She's also dressed like she could have a scepter.
MacLaine's latest film chronicles her belief in mysticism. So do her books.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, you get an idea of who Ramtha is. I think there's a whole bunch of these on YouTube and the internet. Here's the whole Merv Griffin interview.
I'm surprised Merv didn't try to molest the 35,000-year entity since it's a male.
Yeah, this is she does like a serpent. I think this is when she does like a serpentine kind of thing.
Oh, she kissed him too. What the?
Hold on. We're gonna go back. All right, there you go.
This looks like a Mad TV clip.
It does, doesn't it? It's exactly Mad TV. Indeed.
Indeed, I just took a shit.
Little Eastern bow. This right here, this is like Mac from Sunny.
It's like some cheap kung fu.
Another bow.
He's another master.
So she's there's the Eastern and the Western mix. So there's like
you didn't wipe good.
There's an Eastern mix of bowing, and then a Western mix of like kissing someone on the hand, this elegant introduction.
Yes. She's actually palm reading him right now.
Merv, it says here that you like to molest people. Is that accurate?
You are
And he says, indeed.
in your time.
Yes, thank you.
This is that which is called television.
This is what is called a television.
Yes, to capture a moment. She says, that's what he says, the tube.
Dude, if I could go back in time, I wish I was in this audience. You could not stop me from just laughing out loud. I laugh throughout the whole interview. I'd laugh out loud. Look at that goofy ass smile too. Jeez.
Indeed, Mike, indeed. Noka in the chat says it's a performance. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Reno
it's a
says
bad performance.
A bad performance, yes. And Reno says it looks like living color.
Yes. Yep.
Fluck said it looks like she's about to do some kung fu. Exactly.
I wish she would try to levitate. It'd be awesome. Merv, stand right here. Let me levitate you.
Yes. Is Miss Swan going to walk in? All right.
It's tough to wake up today. You sleeping when we got to you?
I was taking a shit, indeed.
Sleeping.
I'm sniffing you right now.
Wake up.
You smell good.
What is slumber, entity?
What is slumber? I don't know what the slumber is.
What
I am
is
never
slumber?
in slumber.
Awake at all times.
This is like the point of it's like a little bit of intimidation. Don't really know how to respond to it.
Yeah, I mean, Merv's not going to be intimidated, but he should go in and give her a kiss right now. It'd be awesome, buddy.
Where are you when you're
She's
not?
got like a Clint Eastwood smile.
Would you like to see?
No.
What? Is that she got Jim Carrey faces?
Studio, my little couch.
Alrighty then.
And you're my first 35,000-year-old guest.
Yeah, this is like a sketch comedy bit.
Told I entity B, an enigma, and what is 35,000 years old?
Our anthropologists today tell us that 35 years ago, people didn't have brains like they have today. They had little small, to the evolution of man, the brain has evolved.
At least Merv's asking like a relevant question. I mean, it's all scripted and staged, but at least he's asking a question. Scientists tell us that people that were that old, that they didn't have big brains. You don't even get that level of, it's not even entertainment today. It's just total trash. I mean, this is entertainment, but what happens today is not even entertainment. I mean, look at that Bashar girl. Look at the way that she acted to him when he channeled. Oh my God, this is so great. Bashar's here. Bashar, what do you have to tell us? At least Merv is like, well, hold on a second. 35,000 years ago, they said we had small brains.
Yeah, how'd she answer that question?
Know that somebody 35,000 years ago had such good command of the language.
Master,
Indeed.
even before my time, they did so. To that which is termed, as it why indeed your scientists, is it termed?
Mm-hmm.
They have not found the great civilizations yet.
Your home was Atlantis?
Sounded like Borat there for a second.
That which I lived, but I was a pilgrim
How was Atlantis? Is it nice? Very nice.
from a land called Moon.
Your scientists have not discovered that yet.
What is your message?
Did she mention, I'm sorry, I was laughing over. Did she say moo as well? Or
what is your message?
A land called Moon.
oh, moo. She mentions Atlantis and moo, which are two different
What is your
continents
message? What
or land
What
masses.
is your most important message that you want everyone on this planet
That
to?
your breath smells.
Yeah.
Is there one?
That which is termed as it were indeed God, which has been misunderstood, which has been taught to live outside of your being, is within your being. And that which is called Christ is within your being.
Oh, again, how many times we got to hear that?
Yeah. You are God.
You know what she does? What the others don't do is she uses a form of touching to throw you off too.
Yes.
How she does a touch, so it kind of like it disengages and also throws you off.
Yep.
I mean, Bashir can't do that nowadays because he'll be immediately sued. But she was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He still touches people at conferences, but go ahead.
Yeah,
maybe.
She was, she was throwing in that the touching aspect of it too, which is again for show, but also to throw things off and to, and also the kind of getting in the face too, what she does to people. You can see she moves them forward.
Yep, that's what it is. Getting in their face, touching them, speaking very slowly, never answering a question. What you call your scientists? Is this television?
With the grand experience that it is where the kingdom of heaven is located, entity. When know you that which...
That's funny too, because you were, I mean, this is an old interview. This is from the 80s. And, there were clearly people aware of, let's say, I don't know, more rare occult books that are really kind of accessible today, that you can go to a cult bookstore and just buy those books.
Yes.
Or a New Age section. But in the 80s, I mean, this is a little bit different in the 80s. I mean, to hear in what was a largely Christian country, to hear something like, God is inside of you indeed, and Jesus in heaven and Christ. I mean, that really probably triggered some people to think, oh my God, this is revelatory, because they'd never been introduced to these ideas, or certainly not to Eastern philosophy, which is a dime a dozen now, but back in the 80s, not so much.
Oh, for sure.
So you can woo people. I mean, that's kind of why it's funny over here in Japan. You know, like Japanese people love American culture, pop culture, and Americans love Japanese pop culture. It's because it's foreign, it's exotic, and you don't really have much of a perspective on it unless, you know, if you're from there, you know, and then you're just like, oh, this is just like baseball. Like I don't care to watch baseball, but over here it's like a giant thing, you know. Or
Yeah.
I don't really care about the Statue of Liberty in New York City, but you know, people travel from all over the world to come and just get a glimpse of it. So it's kind of like that. I think I look at it from that perspective.
Term, you are God.
You are
But
God.
that which emanates within you is divine.
That which emanates within you, which
If I was Merv, I'd tell the entity, you know what? You have a vagina.
Let's see if we have. I think she shifts back. She might shift back here in a second. You want to play all of this, like the next 3 or 4 minutes of it, until she shifts back? It's about 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's just play it.
Okay, because I've got
It's a good
Wilcock.
laugh.
I've got Wilcock and some other small
Will
things.
find joy. I do not want to deliver a message. I am that which I am.
Oh, they're right,
That is-
directly out of the Bible. I am that which I am. Wouldn't that be blasphemous to a lot of Christians?
Which they are who listens.
I am who I am, and they are who they are. And we all are who we are.
That which is the Christ within, it comes forward. You have lived 7.5 million years in search of paradise. It has always been within you, never outside.
What do you think about that, Merv?
A lot of us have a difficult time finding that.
Because you are looking in others for reassurance that it is there, or someone to tell you that it is there. It is
Nothing
not
new.
that someone should tell you. It is something that emanates within. Joy.
I think she indeed. I think she listened to Alan Watts and then tried to copy him, because this is kind of the type of thing that Alan Watts would say, and the kind of the way that he would say it.
Yeah.
Joy.
Except he was actually smart.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Are we in danger of some great Holocaust?
What
Whether
is
it be
that which is called Holocaust?
nuclear, disease? Are we in danger on this planet?
See, it's that same dispensationalist eschatological nonsense back in the 80s as you have today. Just like Bashar said, when did you say, Mike? 2-3 times he said there's going to be nuclear attacks on the U.S. and nothing happened.
Yes.
Same thing.
Any major catastrophe?
You are frightened?
Touching again.
That's touching.
Yeah.
Then why ask you the question?
For the fact that you might have the answer. And the answer is?
That which is termed as it were indeed Holocaust. It is not war. Know you what war is?
Mm-hmm.
Your country prepares to do battle with another country, and they prepare to do battle for you, with you. It shan't ever be war that will ever destroy. That is not the great.
You would think if she's channeling something, she would have very little control over her body. Why would you scratch your head? That's a very human thing to do.
She's trying to get her thoughts situated for the
War will ever destroy. That is not the great Holocaust entity. It is called the war of valued life, which is called nature. Know you what that which is called nature is?
You know what that is, which is called nature.
That is already here.
Money now, money me.
More vast.
Money me
It is
now.
greater than any bomb that could have ever been dropped. Know you who created the disease? Mankind. But they have the power to do that within them. It is
She's
from
got
the
some
head.
shiny teeth there too. She might have had veneers put in like Wilcock.
Yeah,
See those-
all these, they have the nice shiny teeth, except for Bashir's got some jacked up.
They have done these things and manifested these things for that which is called learning.
I mean, you sound like such an asshole, Mike. If you asked me a question, about anything, and I just responded by saying, "What is that which you call blank?" He's like, "What? What do you?
Yeah.
What is that which you call scientist? Nature."
Again, I wish we were in the audience to get her so angry that she breaks character, and then her voice goes to a real voice. She's just like, "Shut the hell up and let me do my character."
I'm sorry, Ramtha.
Gain wisdom, the appreciation of that which is called life.
That which
The
is called life.
appreciation of what they once called their enemies. They will learn to love them.
Oh. Is this a Russian accent?
Yeah. Maybe she's
It will never be destroyed.
a little bit. It's a little bit. Anybody in the chat think that's a Russian accent? A little bit of Russian in there. We got Scottish. We got Russian. We got a little bit of British. Yes.
It will not rotate on its axis, and no one is going to drop bombs on it, is it well?
I've got to get up.
Yeah.
It will go on and on, but the greater consciousness is coming.
Look at her eyebrows. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Where'd she get that outfit? Like Sears Roebuck from like 1987 or something?
That's exactly where she got it from. Yeah.
Break, and we'll come back.
What is a commercial break?
She says, "So be it." What is that which you call a commercial break, Merv?
Wouldn't she be like confused even with the sofa and the TVs and the lights and everything else?
Yeah.
What is what am I sitting on? What are you wearing?
What is that piece of cloth in your jacket? What is a jacket?
Not for long.
Yeah, usually people that channel things and like actually are maybe really possessed, quite literally, not figuratively. Most possession's figurative, I think. Obsession is a form of possession. But usually you don't have bodily reactions. Like I'm channeling something, it's taken over my body, but I'm also like, let me think about that for a second. That's not how channeling and possession, I don't think, works.
I wonder if you have some
Share your screen again.
wonderful
Sorry about that.
predictions for us for this next
She's got
decade.
predictions. Here's some predictions.
The year 2000 in less than 15 years.
There will be a say, how do
What
you
can we look
say,
forward to?
Y2K?
What were you afraid you would see?
No, nothing.
That's also what a con artist does too. She hasn't answered a single question. She's always just asked, "What do you mean by nature? What are you afraid of?
Yeah,
What
she'll
do
throw
you
the
expect
question.
to see?"
You're exactly right. She'll throw the question back to you.
Yep,
I'm wide open to accept whatever comes.
that's a media tactic.
Yeah.
Which is termed, as it were, indeed, the earth will rotate on its axis, as it were, and for that which is called an earthquake. Know you what they are?
Yes.
Know you what they are.
You have on the hill. You have an earthquake's hill.
Know them what you are.
Dipper. It shan't come to pass what has been predicted for this.
Yeah,
play.
she's getting more like kind of Russian Slavic accent as she's talking.
Yeah.
What will come to pass, as it were, indeed, is the ceasing of a great disease and
Great disease.
the offshoots of that disease, and it will come as quickly as it came. It will end, and yet the world and its consciousness will move into yet a greater
Like
understanding.
a little Romanian or
This your
something.
country. All you have a king. That is
It's a nice country, yes.
Yeah, this is nice.
You have a nice country, yes.
You will help lead your government to that which
Very
is
nice.
called a government likened unto Solon's republic, in a place that was once called Greece.
Now notice that she's talking about something unrelated to the question of what's going to happen in the year 2000.
So that, as it were, indeed, is giving back the country to the people. that will occur, as it were, in the entity before the end of this decade.
Okay, so she's saying that you're going to get the country back by 2000. Pretty sure we're talking about that in 2025.
To that which is coming, as it were.
Worse today than it was in the 90s.
Show you what entities that are in arrow ships.
What?
Arrow ships.
I call them
aliens.
But they are not aliens.
ETs.
ETs.
Extraterrestrial.
Indeed. Humanity.
Mhm.
That which is called, they will become very much a part, as it were, indeed, of your plane. That has been predicted, but only because it was a good thing to predict and made someone famous. But
We'll share the universe, in other words.
very much so. To that which is termed, as it were, indeed, a new consciousness. It is
The new consciousness is coming. We've heard this over and over and over. It was in 1985.
Gee, again, just more word salad.
Yep. Well, I thought this was funny to play because, you know, we played a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia clips. I don't know if you ever saw this episode where Dennis he becomes the golden god. He's in like this alternate reality perception. You ever seen that where he's getting his hair cut?
Yes.
And the stuff that he says is exactly what Bashar, exactly what Ramtha. It's a comedy show, but it's exactly what these people are saying. Here, I'll play this little clip.
Enter a new dimension.
Yeah, share your screen. There you go.
Change your perception. Experience a new reality. Experience a new reality.
Stop getting invested in fake realities. I'm 6'10". You're 5'9". What even is reality? This is real. How do you do?
Oh, we could be in a turtle stream in outer space.
What is real?
See, he does the accent.
Is this real? Am I? Who are you? I'm you. That's an amazing accent. I like yours as well. I think I know what reality is, but maybe I don't. Everything in life is becoming more and more virtual. Don't be such a wanker. Life is all in your mind. If you believe it to be real, then it's real. So confused, British Dennis. You create your own reality. I've known beggars to be kings and kings to be beggars, all because they believed it so. It's your choice. It's my choice.
And I am God.
It's your universe. It's my universe. And you are God.
The golden god.
Am God.
That's Bashar, JZ Knight, Ramtha.
I mean, he said exactly what we just heard for the last 2 hours.
Yep. I've known beggars to be, and with an accent too, that British accent. That's what makes people believe it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Elegant. So elegant. All right, this clown's back on the screen. So before we wrap up the show tonight, I've got Wilcock here, and I also have a list of very quick predictions from Cliff High, another fake psychic using his fake nonsense bot stuff on the internet, little programs. He said there's going to be a global cataclysm in 2008. No global cataclysm. He said that there would be another, quote, major event in 2024. No, I mean, what major event? Anything could be a major event. And a couple of other ones here. He said that there would be an alien war starting in 2024. I must have missed that.
I missed that too.
He said there's in 2017, he said there's a mini ice age coming in 2025 to 2050. That's true. But the thing is, scientists said that in like 2014. So he just ripped off a mainline science article. And I know that for sure because I did a show on that before 2017. So this is the kind of stuff that people, it's not just the channelers, it's also the people that use technology like Cliff High. Well, he's using bots and algorithms. And yet he's still wrong about it. He said there was going to be like alien ships battling in the sky in 2025. And then someone said, well, that's the drone sightings in New Jersey. Well, those are drones. That's not alien ships. That's totally different. It's a whole bunch of these people like
They
this. All right,
they throw everything on the wall until something sticks, right?
Yep, that's right. All right, we got David Wilcock. This is some of his channeling. You want to hear this, Mike?
Yes.
He's channeling Ra, which has now transformed into the Archangel Michael. And this is, I think, probably the worst acting of all of them. Really bad acting. Here's David Wilcock.
I am Ra. It is an honor and a privilege to greet you this day in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. Resonant raindrops of liquid light cascading down in a panoply of shapes and colors, unbeknownst to the conscious mind.
He's reading this.
The world
too.
of energy that you dance through may be invisible to your physical eyes of the flesh.
Sounds like a bad high school play.
It does. It sounds like someone wrote something that they thought this is really great, and then they went back and read it, and it's not so great. And he's definitely, I'm pretty sure he's definitely reading this. So he's not even doing, the Bashar performance. It's him like reading a script, I think.
Inner eye of soul. There are tides and currents of change, transformation that ripple through the collective consciousness of Earth, much like a hot air balloon rises through layers of the atmosphere, some warmer, some colder.
And it just kind of goes on like that for a long time. I'll skip ahead here a little bit.
This will put you to sleep. That's what it's good for.
Yours is an awakening.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost like one of those meditation tapes. Relax your whole body. Think of a flowing stream, a beautiful field of flowers.
World. And with the awakening comes the pangs of remembrance.
See, there, same thing Ramtha said.
Contrast.
The Great Awakening.
Yours is an awakening world.
There you go.
With the awakening comes the pangs of remembrance of long ages since forgotten, in which there was a greater connection to others and to your own higher self.
Yeah, the higher self, he stripped that from the Golden Dawn, probably.
As the body of the tropical fish slices through the waters without ever thinking that the waters even exist, so too do you move through the world of spirit.
What he's doing is what he does in his books. He's copying and pasting these quotes, or he's using these symbols and these references, and he's just like copying and pasting it, putting it into a Word document, and then just reading it.
Yeah, exactly.
He is but one pinprick in an unbelievable multitude just like it. And that galaxy is but one pinprick in an unbelievable multitude.
Same exact thing Ramtha and all the others said. Well, that must mean it's true then, right? If they're all saying the same thing, no, they're just all repeating the same New Age misinterpretations, misconceptions of, I suppose you could call it, generally speaking, occultism or spiritual philosophies.
Yeah.
And there's several parts to this. And
Be not afraid of those hungry ghosts that curl up.
Hungry ghosts.
Be not afraid
of hungry rats.
A little bit of an accent there too again.
Side of your
Be not afraid.
road to enlightenment. Look not into their disheveled faces, but forward, onward and upward. For there are those you can focus your attention on at this time. There are those who are learning. Step beyond the blockages of the emotional body, which come up by...
This is like some kind of weird cult tape on a cassette, and you put this into the cassette player and play it.
I think this is what they play when you walk by the Scientology office, and they grab you and throw you in a room with headphones on and play this.
Yep.
The reactions that you choose to have to the events in your life.
That's exactly what it is. They sit you down in the chair and then they just put the headphones on like that.
Yeah, they force you to listen to it.
And
you get 15 hours of this.
You choose to feel hurt. You choose to feel guilty. You choose to feel fear.
This is like some North Korea torture torture room.
You choose to feel anger and rage. These emotions do
Yes, and David Wilcock chooses to feel anger and rage every time someone points out his scam, and he tries to sue him or get him arrested. All right, so there's a whole bunch of that, and you can listen to this online on YouTube. It's free. You can find different versions of it, different clips of it, but it's basically that for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh God. And somebody paid for that.
Somebody paid for that. Yep. All right, Mike. So we're coming up on the end of the show. I'd love to do another hour, but I know that you have to go, and I'm going to try to enjoy my my weekend here. So,
Yes.
do you have any other thoughts? Any other things that you want to tell the audience?
I think that's there's kind of two ways to look at this, right? One is, of course, rational, sane people can spot these frauds. Another is the people that can't and actively support them and give money to them. And the same people like us, we're trying to rationalize, how could you even believe this, right? With no evidence, no proof.
Yep.
The same cliche words and terms since the 1970s and 80s, which we've just shown over and over again. And yet we have people still cling to this. And it's kind of what you brought up too, this psychic of many of these people that claim to this. They're missing something in their lives. So this for them is what they latch onto, you know. And the overall viewpoint of it is just it's just kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
It's very sad. Very, very sad. I have to hear that first.
But I think our role.
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
I think our role is basically just to call it out and to bring it into the light, right? Because
Yes.
I think when people see this and they see these videos and they hear us talk about it, they're just, yeah, you're right on. And then hopefully we kind of see that now, kind of the walls crumbling around these crooks like Wilcock and Corey Good. And you see these people come and go, like Jordan Sather and all these other frauds. So it's working. It is working, at least getting the truth and some facts out there. A lot of them are still around, but I don't see them really going as far or having the popularity that they once had.
Hope not. Hope not. Hope people are realizing what this is.
Raw.
I want to get that. I'm going to pull that just to have like a soundbite of it.
I am Raw. It is an honor.
It is an honor. It's like trying to do it's like a bad accent.
I wish you could send that to him like on a live and say, David, can you listen to this? I am Ra.
I am
AKA I am Saint Michael.
I am the I am. Yeah, he switched from Ra to Archangel Michael.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mike. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it was a good show, and in a week or so, I'll be back for the Halloween show. I've got, I think it'd be awesome. So we'll base it maybe like around the cryptids, like we said. And,
next Friday or the next Friday after that?
Next Friday after that. So not this Friday come up, but the next Friday after.
Great. I've got some shows next week. I've got a show on talismans. I've got a show on Celtic Christianity, Druidism.
Nice.
And some other maybe similarly related stuff. Maybe I'll do some other occult themed shows next week. We'll get into some of the Halloween subjects. I look forward to that show with you, Mike, though. I'll save the dog man for you in 2 weeks.
Yes, and I'm going to pick out about 3 of what I believe of the best evidence-wise kind of cryptid things, because as you know, there is so much garbage out there on YouTube and other platforms where it's just phony, fake after fake after fakeness. So I'm really just going to pick out the best 3 kind of instances of the paranormal that I think have the most proof, and to me, in my opinion, are the most factual and truthful. So we'll see what those are.
Right. All right, let's do it. One quick thing from the chat room. Tim Curley, I was thinking the same thing. Tim Curley said, I want that ringtone for my phone. I want my phone to do this every time I get a text message.
I am raw.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes.
All right, Mike, thanks for joining us. Everybody, I think in the chat really enjoyed it.
All right. Yes. Thank you, everybody out there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, and talk to you soon. Have a good weekend.
And
Yes.
Mike,
remember, you are raw.
Yes, you are the I am. And Mike asked me if I had a good time.
Did you have a good time?
Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Goodbye to you then, my friend.
Goodbye to you then, my friend. Thank you.
I must now transcend into a different quantum universe. Goodbye, my friend.
You can hear Mike speeding off. Gone. All right,
Let me figure out how to leave the studio right now, my friend. Goodbye.
We do not have studios where I'm from. What is this thing you call YouTube? All right, thank you all for listening tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the show. rdgable@yahoo.com is the email. tstradio.info is the website. All the links are below if you're on the video stream. Most of you are listening audio, though. Remember, we don't have advertisers. We do not have sponsors. This is a show we've done for 15 years, 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday. You can listen to all the shows on the website, get access to the archive without advertisements if you subscribe. Again, that's tstradio.info, rdgable@yahoo.com. And as always, stay safe, stay informed, stay healthy. I'll talk to you on the next broadcast. I enjoyed the show tonight. I had a great time. I might even go back and listen to it because I thought this was pretty fun tonight. We'll try to do something like this again in the future. Maybe part 6. Who knows? Maybe part 6 of Mystery Scam Theater.
I